Humans, I am your herald of the Yeah, look at it. Look at it. Now look at me. Welcome back to the Culture Guys channel with your boy Mike. Snow White. I got two things that I need to address here. Hold on a second, y'all. I gotta get some shit together. Yeah, we're together. Two things that need to be addressed here. First of all, did you know that Snow White, the original Snow White, was released in 1937? That's like 90 fucking years ago, almost a century ago. When it was released, it was the first Disney theatrical animated movie. Not only was it the highest grossing movie at the time, it was the highest grossing movie of all time. Now, Hollywood was still kind of young. So, I mean, take that as you will. But still, it set records. Disney was out of here at that point, okay? They made $8 million. Now, if you account for inflation, you can already do the math. I'm not doing the math for you. You can do that on your own. But the most successful film of all time. And then, I ain't gonna hold you. Disney had the animated film industry on lock. I don't think there was anything else competing with it at the time. I mean, Bugs Bunny and Tom and Jerry and all that shit, but they weren't making theatrical feature films. And if you haven't watched those, if you're too young, I suggest you go back and watch the old Disney animated movies. For their time, they're special. There's some interesting themes in there now, but anyway. Then your herald was born. And in the 1900s, when I was born, me and my brothers, we used to sit around during summer breaks, and we would, my folks were gone at work during the day, so it was up to me, because I was the oldest, to make sure my brothers was fed and make sure we had entertainment. We just stayed out of trouble when my folks was at work. And you know what I'm saying? We had the entire fucking Disney collection, all of them. I'm talking Snow White, Cinderella, Pinocchio, Dumbo, Lion King, Aladdin, Fantasia. The list goes on and on and on. Peter Pan. And we would just fucking watch the movies all day long. You know what I'm saying? Less Cinderella, Snow White, more Lion King and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Which, by the way, Lion King is the greatest Disney movie of all time. And it's not even close. Not even close. Rest in peace to James Earl Jones. He was the man. Fast forward to 2024, Rachel Zegler is going to play the new Snow White in the Snow White that drops in 2025 in March. So far, the budget was $264 million. I imagine that they are going to make probably $1 billion off of that. Big B's over here with the mouse. Me and the mouse have some beef too. Yeah. But Beauty and the Beast made $1 billion. The Lion King live action made $1 billion too. Rachel Zegler, though, has been on this rampage where she's been saying the wildest shit. Now, I don't know what her PR team is telling her or told her beforehand. And maybe this is just her first time being this excited about something. She just this bitch just been saying whatever. She said, this isn't like the old Snow White, so, the princess isn't going to be saving her. Maybe she's going to be saving the prince. And, she said, why do we even need the prince's role? We might just, his role might not even be in the movie. What's the point of even having him in there at all? Which I kind of took that as sarcasm, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's going to be a prince in the movie. And then she said some shit about Trumpers, like Trump supporters, she hopes that they never find peace. And I told y'all before, this is not a political channel. I'm not getting into woke, anti-woke, because first of all, as a black man, I understand what the word woke comes from. And you motherfuckers have re-engineered the word woke to fit some weird ass agenda that you got when you claim that you don't want agendas and politics in your entertainment. But we're not going there. I'm not picking sides here. My point is, I'm definitely not getting into that topic because the word woke itself has a lot more significant meaning in the black culture than you really know. Another story, another video. But we're not getting into that. I'm here for the purity of the entertainment. If it's Transformers, Disney, Marvel, DC, I don't give a fuck what it is. Gaming, Sonic the Hedgehog, Mario Brothers. This is the shit I was raised on, and I felt like there is no race that's disconnecting us, and I want to bring us all together with this type of stuff. And what I realized as a kid is that these things brought all of us together. And as an adult, I still see the same. You know what I'm saying? Black, white, don't matter. But somehow the rage bait, hate bait, clickbait still goes on. And I watched the trailer, and I'm going to tell you something. I think more people nowadays watched and consume media with a tainted mind. And what I mean by that is almost like when you spike somebody's punch, your shit spiked. Like the punch is no longer pure because somebody like walked by that shit and like dumped a little vodka in there, you know what I'm saying? And nobody knows. But you're walking around drunk and shit. I feel like that's how people consume media nowadays. Because when I watch the trailer, there is not one thing, not one theme, not one concept, not one quote, not one quotable, nothing that Rachel Zegler said that shows up in that trailer. It's a regular ass Disney ass Mickey Mouse ass trailer. A full adaptation trailer from the animated movie to the live action version. Some weird ass CGI. Weird ass CG. But it was a regular trailer. No anti-woke bullshit in it. I do feel like Hollywood has this weird obsession with it's Snow White. This is a layup, y'all. White girl, Lily Ivory White with a bob, with black hair. You mean to tell me out of the hundreds of actors out there, this is the closest one that you could find? Come on, man. Come on, Mouse. My nigga, like, and Disney isn't the only only entity that does that, the only company that does that. I see this all the time. But my point is, the trailer, it's cool. I'm not going to go see Snow White simply because growing up, like I said, I think I've only seen Snow White twice in my entire life walking this earth because it just wasn't for me. Like me and my brothers, we didn't want to be princesses and shit growing up. So, but it's for somebody. Now that I've addressed you humans, you silly humans that seem to want to bicker and battle and fight over you picking a side all the time when it comes to every single thing, and you don't even see that people make money off of dividing us versus us all being together. You don't even see it. That's cool. That's why your boy is here, okay? Moving on to the mouse. The mouse. Hey, yo, listen. I don't like how my favorite, you can't make live action out of everything. But I understand that if you stamp it with a certain brand, you'll make money. I don't like it. I hate it. And from Snow White on up to, we'll say up to about Toy Story is where it needs to stop, where it needed to stop. We didn't need a Lion King live action movie. We didn't need a fucking Beauty and the Beast live action movie. Even though I heard Beauty and the Beast was actually pretty good, and I can see how that would probably would transfer over to live action. But The Lion King is the greatest Disney movie of all time. And I will refuse to watch that movie because you're not going to tarnish the nostalgic legacy and the music and everything for me. No. I'm cool. And there's no one out there has told me that that movie is better than the original. They've said it's beautifully done with the CG and everything, but no, I'm good. Not everything has to be goddamn live action. It don't. It don't. It really does not. But I do think that the idea sounded good at the time. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see where it fits in modern day filmmaking, and just like sequelizing everything, like shit that came out 20 and 30 years ago, Coming to America 2 and Ghostbusters and all this shit. Just let them movies live in the generation they lived in and leave it there, because it don't hit the same when you release that shit 30 fucking years later, when the adults have moved on past it. They had their moments. Let it go. And trying to bring both audiences in, the young and the old, by making a live action version of an already iconic animated version that I watched when I was a kid. I don't know, man. It just don't sit right with me at all. But I don't know. We'll see when Snow White hits theaters in March of next year. That's all I got for real. Let me know what y'all think. Are y'all gonna see the movie? Are you not? Are you excited for it? Did you see the trailer? Get down in the comment section and let me know. All I know is Gal Gadot. I'll see you on the next video. You better pull up and don't do it for me. Do it for the